Hi, it's Nik and Adinah, and hello.
Hello.
And we're back with another video. And what we want to start is a series on love busters. Because so often, as individuals, as couples, as lovers, as friends, we get into a romantic relationship, we get in a situation with our husband or our spouse, and we feel like the love is going to remain. However, oftentimes there are some things that come into play, such as love busters, things that change our love and our scope of how we feel for each other. So we're going to just identify about 6 of those. And that is from, we have the book, 5 Steps to a Romantic Love. And this is from Willard Harley Jr. And he wrote the book, His Needs, Her Needs, as well as Love Busters.
So that book kind of acts as like a companion guide.
A companion guide for the 2 books. Yeah, it's like the workbook. And it provides a lot of assessments and an in-depth look at what love busters are. Mm-hmm. So if you have the book, great. If not, then of course we're going to explain it to you, and we're going to go through what love busters are and how to avoid them or how to identify them.
Yeah, and I think once we think about love busters, it's not really about what your spouse is doing to you or your mate is doing to you. It's about what things you may be doing that is causing the love to start to dissipate in your relationship. So there's a couple concepts within this curriculum, and they talk about here the love bank. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the love bank is similar to other concepts like the emotional jug that we shared in a previous video from the Pairs organization. And also, if you think about
the love tank,
the 5 love languages, they talk about the love tank. So this is a similar concept in it, but it really calls out some other things. So if you think about it, there's this love that starts off in your relationship, but then through...
And oftentimes it's euphoric. It's,
yes.
Oh, it's the best thing.
Yes, it is euphoric, and you just sit there and you think that nothing's ever going to happen. But what happens is that you have these events that happen or circumstances that happen within your relationship, and they start to literally bust up the love. And that's why, in this book, they refer to it as love busters. Just things that literally go in there and start to destroy the love feelings that you have. So one thing that we're going to do inside of this particular series is to talk about things that are happening in your relationship that's detrimental. Because the sad thing about it is I think that some people don't realize some of the stuff that they're doing is detrimental to their relationship. And I think it's because it doesn't feel bad to them. They think it's all right.
Yeah, they don't have a problem with it because they're the one doing it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, everything's feeling good to me. And when I think about that, I think about the runaway bride, syndrome, where you have grooms or husbands that feel like everything is perfectly fine, only to know that the spouse, in this case the wife, is actually in turmoil internally, and she is not happy, even though she's not articulating it. And so the reason why they call it the runaway bride syndrome is that she run away. And the thing is that she's unhappy, and that other person almost feels as though, what happened. So we want to empower you all, with the understanding around the love busters, what it is, and how to avoid them. And this is, as I said before, this is one of those series where you look at your spouse and say, okay, what are you doing? We want you to look internally on this. So that's extremely important. We want you to look internally and just really figure out, okay, what's happening.
And what am I doing to contribute to it?
Yeah, because what you'll see in this series is that when we show you a love buster, we're going to also show you, okay, what can you do in lieu of, displaying that love buster in your relationship. Right. Because there's always, there's yin and yang, right? There's always a positive and a negative of everything. So if you're doing something that might be negative to your relationship, you can always find that positive aspect to it and just get it done. And I think getting it done is important because I think that individuals are used to doing something a certain way, and they do it a certain way to get what they want. Yeah. But they feel like if they don't do it that way, they won't get what they want. Yeah. And I think what we have to realize that there are multiple ways to be able to achieve something in your relationship, just that you want to make sure that it's beneficial and it's not destructive to your relationship. Mm-hmm. So we don't want that.
Beneficial and not detrimental to the relationship. Because when we talk about love busters and as we go through the different ones, everyone can see how they really affect the relationship and the marriage, and how it could lead to the demise of the relationship. And so it's important for us to work on ourselves individually so we can not bust the love that our spouses have for us. That way we can build on that love and not tear it down.
Okay. And as always, we believe in being transparent. So as we go through these love busters, any love buster that Adinah has done, she will go ahead. Any love buster that either one of us have been guilty of, we will definitely fess up. And I think we'll also go through and share what we did to correct it. You know, because I think though, anything that happens in your relationship, it can be a teachable moment, and we need to try to learn from those situations. So that's what we have. So that's love busters. Anything else we need to talk about, kind of as we discuss the concept of love busters, you can think of?
No, that's it. I think we're going to go in depth with every love buster. That way we can go ahead and flush it out and figure out, where couples need to be and how to assist them.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you all. We look forward to sharing the series with you all. If you have gone through the Love Buster content, whether it's the actual Love Buster book or his needs, her needs, please feel free to go down in the chat and put any thoughts or comments that you have about it, any realizations. One thing that we want to try to do is to reach out to those individuals. Okay, if you've gone through this book, what did you get out of it? Share with us. Let's have that dialogue so we can share with those who are starting out on this journey as well. So this is Nik and Adinah Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you're having a really great year. And with that being said, as always, we ask that you would take care of yourself and keep loving one another.